Hey, what's up, everyone? This is me, Dre. Now, I wanted to make this video as a parent, speaking on behalf of other parents, because in this day and age, technology is everywhere. It's not like when I was coming up. We didn't have home computers. We didn't have smartphones. We didn't have social media. Social media is basically us writing a paper, folding it up intricately, and then passing it off to a friend or some girl that we try to holler at. But in today's society with technology, you also have cyberbullying, bullying altogether. And bullying is nothing new. Bullying is something that's been going on for the longest time. But with social media, it's taken a life of its own. And me, because I have 3 kids, 20, 15, and 10. And my eldest, Jasmine, she let me know a long time ago that she had been bullied, but it was a little bit after the fact. She was close to graduating high school, and I was never aware. She never really talked about it. Now, with her and my mother, her mother and myself, because we've been divorced for quite some time, and she lives with her mother in North Texas. I live down here in South Texas. She and I, we communicate, but that's just something that she's always kept behind closed doors. So I never had the opportunity to talk to her about the things to do and how to cope with being bullied, especially communicating with me. But that's definitely something that I speak with my youngest daughter, because she's in elementary school. Being biracial, half black, half Mexican, kids can be pretty cruel at times and sometimes brutally honest. And I never taught my daughter to try to distinguish herself any differently than anybody else, because all blood is red. But the reason why I'm making this video is because recently there was a story that was out about this gentleman named Brad Knudsen. He made a video, but his story goes like this. He's a gentleman, a white gentleman, and years back he had adopted a black child, raised her as though he gave life to her himself. And that's always commendable, and I'll give kudos to him at the end of this video as well. But with his daughter, she was having a friend over, taking some selfies. Kids, they love doing that. And there was some kids that go to her high school, twins, white kids, and they started sending Snapchats back to her, making very derogatory, racist remarks. And the daughter, of course, she didn't really make too much of a big deal about it. However, the daughter's friend approached her parents about it and informed them of what's going on. Mr. Knudsen took it to heart. He was very offended. His wife was offended, rightfully so, because from what I gather from this gentleman, he raised his daughter to live as a human being, not as a white child or black child, but just a child, to grow up and be happy. And he was very upset. So he decided to take action by trying to find out who these kids were so that he can communicate with the parents. And he found out who the kids were. He tried to call out to the parents. The father of the kids' name was Deron Perot. And initially, Perot didn't want to respond back. It wasn't until Knudsen had gone to the police department, they went to the school, spoke to school security, and called the twins, the ones who were sending those racist remarks to his daughter. But long story short, they were able to finally reach Perot, the father of the twins. And the father, he basically blew it off like, hey, I was raised, and we would say this around the home. Of course, with something like this, cowardly, say it around the home, not to say that you're not allowed to. I mean, who's to tell you what to say around your home? But cowardly, because if you're so comfortable saying it in your home and not say it in front of people who it would offend, that makes you a bitch. That's just me saying it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel the same way. But all the same, Perot decided that after speaking with Knudsen, he would give him a couple of calls. Now, in the video that Knudsen had posted on his YouTube page, and I'll leave a link for that, there are a couple times where, Perot called him a nigger lover, called him a faggot, just kind of trolling him, sending messages to him. And Knudsen decided to say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to post these voicemails that you left on my phone. I'm going to post the Snapchat that your boys had sent to my daughter. Perot's response, who gives a shit, in a nutshell. I don't care. Go ahead. And it just so happened that most recently it was found out that Perot, because of this, has lost his job. Apparently he's some sort of contractor, but he lost his job. So it came to bite him in the ass, which serves him right. Now, of course, I'm pretty sure at some point in time he's going to find employment elsewhere. But the struggle, let him feel the struggle for his ignorance, his disregard for a fellow human. I don't feel sorry for his kids, because something like this getting out, it's going to come a point to where his kids are going to be infamously known as making those posts, and those who would be offended by that word nigger. Long debates that I've had with people on YouTube, but all the same, his kids are going to come across people who are going to bully them. And I can't really feel sorry for that, because being at the receiving end of that, it will teach them a lesson. I'm not saying that there should be any physical harm that comes upon them. However, feeling the intimidation, not being able to walk down the hallway in school without having to look behind you just to see if someone's going to creep up on you, that's what they deserve, is to feel that the hairs on the back of their neck stand up. Perot, if his kids were doing that to my daughter, because Knudsen took the high road, which I don't think I would have, there would have been some sort of action. Now, I've never been to jail, nothing like that. And that's not really a topic for discussion, because honestly, I've never had any type of legal trouble, any trouble with the law. But something like that, I would have kicked his ass. And I would have kicked his ass in front of his kids. That way they'll understand, if you feel this is what a nigger is, try to beat a nigger. So this video is to give praise to Mr. Knudsen for opening up his home, opening up his heart, taking in someone, raising them, and being the father, teaching the child to grow up to be a productive citizen in society. I can't thank you enough for that. You, to me, you're a true hero, Mr. Knudsen. I don't know if you'll ever get a chance to see this message, but I certainly commend you for the actions that you had taken the high road. I can understand that you're upset. We here, as parents who understand that raising our kids to do the right thing, it's extremely important. But we support you in everything that you do, Mr. Knudsen. And once again, I want to thank you. I'm pretty sure that your daughter's proud of you. And from the video that I saw, and the hurt, the anger, but behind all that, there's also the pride of knowing that you love your daughter as much as you do. So it goes without saying that you truly deserve all the praise in the world. I just want to thank you for that. But for those people who are watching this video, go ahead and chime in. There's going to be a lot of mixed emotions about this. Trolls coming onto the page, wanting to garner a reaction, and that'll be addressed accordingly. I've been doing this YouTube thing for about 1.5 years, so I understand how that works with people who understand this message and those who just want to seek attention for the sake of being assholes. So yes, I'll take care of that. But I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to Mr. Knudsen's video. That way you can see his message, see his message and see the kind of wonderful man that he is. But to those who want to leave comments, bam, somewhere down there is the comment section. Leave your comments, share your opinion. I've always take the time to respond to everyone who leaves comments. But for those who enjoy this video, I hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Peace.